We'll continue our last session on algebra now. This is the second half for probability I am taking. I am not writing the entire question. You can get the idea what it is. There are 5 numbers given. It is 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. And you are supposed to form a 2-digit number out of this. And without repetition they are saying. So the sample space we can write it like this. It is 2 3, then 2 5, 2 7 and 2 9. Now they have clearly mentioned that there is no repetition, so therefore 2 2 will not come. Now let us go for 3. Can you take 3 2, then it is 3 5, then 3 7 and 3 9. So we have to take it from 2, 2 3, 2 5, 2 7, 2 9. Then it is 3 2. It is a different number. It's not like a formation of a committee. So 3 2, then 3 5, 3 7, 3 9. Then about 5. Then it is going to be 5 2, then 5 3, then 5 7, then 5 9. Then we will take form 7. It is going to be 7 2, then it is 7 3, then 7 5 and 7 9. Then the next one, it is from 9, so it is 9 2, it is 9 3, 9 7 and 9 9. Sorry, it is 9 3, 9 5 and last में 9 7. So check whether these conditions whatever are given to you are satisfied. They have given there is no repetition. So 2, 22, 33, 55, 77, 99 will not come in this group. So your n of s is going to be 20 here. These 4 numbers are going to be formed with each digit. So there will be total 5. So 20 numbers are coming. So that is the probability that is n of s, sample space. Now you see the condition what they have given. Condition is find the probability such that it is an odd number. Now what do you mean by that? Odd number means it is 23, 25, 27, 29, 35, 37, 39, then 53, 57, 59, 73, 75, 79, 93, 95, 97. So you are going to have the odd numbers. So we can write n of a is equal to 16. Check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 6, 16. So the probability can be written here as 16 upon 20. These are the things which we are supposed to write. I am not writing, I am just giving you the idea of what to do in the exam. So now they have given one more number, even number. Now what will be even number? Selection is very easy. It is going to be 32, then it is 52, then it is going to be 72 and 92. So you are going to get even numbers are 4. So probability of that is going to be 4 upon 20. 4 are total even numbers formed, and out of 20 possibilities, therefore there is a reduction possible, so answer is going to be 1 by 5. Is that clear to you? These are the types of questions which are asked in the exam. We'll take one more different sum on probability which is not covered in the textbook. But then there is a possibility that whatever question they ask you which is related with the textbook but not from the textbook, you may come across this question. See this, what is the probability that an ordinary year will have 53 Sundays? Now see the way I am writing this. Number of days in a week is equal to. Now how many weeks that you consider for year are 52 multiplied by 7 days, that answer is going to be 364. But we always say that 365 days in a year, normal, ordinary year. So basically 52 weeks plus 1 extra day, that means you are going to have 365. So basically, what's the thing behind this? 53 Sundays they have asked. So we are sure that you are going to have 52 Sundays in a year. The question about 53rd Sunday, correct? Question is about 53rd Sunday. So now I am writing it like this. Whatever that extra day that you are going to have, so we have to write 1 extra day. What we are discussing about this extra day, that may be 1 extra day will be the sample space, because that is what we'll discuss about 53rd Sunday, or it can be 53rd Monday also. That is going to be sample space. So what we write here, event is, that is a sample space, so S is equal to either that, suppose that all 52 weeks are getting over on Sunday, then 365th day is going to be Monday. Or suppose those 52 weeks are getting over on Monday, then that 53rd, that extra day will be Tuesday. Correct? Then it is going to be either it can be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then it is going to be, that can be Thursday also, that can be Friday, that can be Saturday, or that number can be Sunday also. So what will be the possibility in total? There will be 7 possibilities. But we are asked what is the probability that an ordinary year will have 53 Sundays. So whatever the extra day we are talking about, that we require or we expect as Sunday, therefore A event is what we have to write, that we want that year should have 53 Sundays. So S will be only this one, that is Sunday, that extra day. So N of A is going to be 1. So now you tell me your N of S is going to be 7, N of A is going to be 1. Therefore, required probability is N of A upon N of S. That is going to be 1 by 7. Again I repeat, that is N of A upon N of S, that is going to be 1 by 7. Now what the question that they can modify? Now they can ask you this as MCQ also. So try to memorize this answer, and it is not applicable for 53 Sundays. Any day of a week, even if they say what is the probability that an ordinary year will have 53 Mondays, calculation is going to be same. But we write Monday here, correct? I hope you have understood this. See here, I am taking some modification in the same question. What is the probability that a leap year, instead of, see the changes which I am making here, this is modification. What is the probability that a leap year will have 53 Sundays? Now, number of days in a year, That is the word which I would have written in the earlier question also. Number of days in a year will be 52 multiplied by 7 plus 1 in an ordinary year, but for leap year it is going to be 2. So here I should write 2. So this number is going to be 366 days. Now we know that in ordinary year also, leap year also, we have 52 weeks. So the question remains of extra 2 days. So here we have to modify this sum. It is 2 extra days will be the sample space. So what we expect here to write about the sample space? So that sample space will be those extra days. Suppose that 52 weeks are getting over on Sunday, then 2 extra days will be definitely Monday and Tuesday. Or it can be Tuesday or Wednesday. Or it can be Wednesday and Thursday. Or it can be Thursday or Friday. Or it can be Friday or Saturday. It can be Saturday or Sunday. This is not end year. Or those extra days can be Sunday or Monday. Remember that these are again coming as a groups because there are 2 extra days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So n of s is going to be 7 only. So let us go for the event now. We want leap year to come along with 53 Sundays, and that's why here I should write that event is Saturday Sunday or Sunday Monday. Is that clear to you? So n of a is going to be 2. And therefore probability of that is going to be 2 by 7. Remember this as a MCQ. What is the probability that the leap year, if the question is related for ordinary year, then the probability of that particular day, it is Monday to Sunday, all, it can be anything, the answer is 1 by 7. And if it is leap year, then the probability is going to be 2 by 7. Please remember this part easily. If the question is asked related with leap year, any day, it is not only, this is not the answer only for Sundays, it is applicable for all. So if they ask you what is the probability that the leap year will have 53 Saturdays, leap year when it comes, then the answer is 2 by 7. If it is instead of leap year, if they give you the word ordinary year, then the answer is 1 by 7. Is that clear to you? Now there is one more last discussion on this topic about probability related with playing cards. Okay, in that a pack, there are 4 suits. One is club, then spade, then diamond, and the last one is heart. Now in this each section we are having 13 cards each. So total cards are 52. See, when you come across a playing cat, it may be having some 2-3 extra cards, but they are not to be considered while doing the calculations. Main cards are 13 each. Now these cards are black and these cards are going to be red. Correct? Now in each suit we are having Jack, Queen and King. These are called as face cards, or sometimes they may be called as picture cards also. Now how many jacks are going to be there in each suit? So only one, but these are the three cards from each suit. They are called as picture cards. Then there are the remaining cards numbered from 1 to 10. The card which is bearing a number, that is called as an ace. We always say that those who are playing the cards or some games, they may be calling it as ekka. That is an ace, correct? So remaining cards are bearing a number like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a basic thing which I have discussed about cards. There is a question which can be asked about, this is quite confusing. If I ask you, what is the probability of getting a picture card? That is one question. Now if I ask you, what is the probability of getting a red picture card? Question changes immediately because of that additional word red which we are using. So what I mean to say that you have to understand the language properly. Now the question I am discussing here, one card is drawn at random. One card is drawn at random from the pack of, one card is drawn at random from the pack of 52 well shuffled cards. That is general thing. So when you remove a card from the pack of 52 cards, definitely n of ace is going to be 52, because there are 52 different possibilities of getting a card. So I have to say that n of ace is going to be 52. Now the questions what they ask you, what is the probability that the card drawn is an ace? Now see, I am taking all different possibilities here. A. Now in this chapter specifically, you are not going to write this sample space. You are not going to write the sample space because it is difficult to manage that, because how will you show a jack queen, king of different suits? It is not possible, and that's why here we directly write the cardinal number. Cardinal number in the sense n of A, n of S, n of B, something like that. So when I say that what is the probability of getting an ace, they have used the word ace only. So we are supposed to consider all suits. So number of ace are going to be 4. So probability of that is going to be 4 by 52. That is reducible to 1 by 13. Correct? Suppose they ask you, what is the probability that the card drawn is a spade? How will you treat that then? We want a spade card. How many spade cards are there? 13. So we have to write n of B is 13. So probability of B is going to be what? 13 by 52. That answer will be coming as 1 by 4. Let us go ahead with one more condition. What is the probability that we have a card drawn is a face card? Now you tell me whether they have used the word red or black here. No. Face cards they have used. So tell me, Jack, Queen and King are 3 face cards in one suit. Like that, how many types of cards we have? 4. So 4 multiplied by 3, 12. So n of C is going to be 12. These are the total face cards available. Therefore, probability of that event is going to be 12 by 52, which can be further reduced here. How will you do that? This is going to be 13 and this is going to be 4. It is 3. 4 3s are 12 and 4 into 13 is 52. So we have to deal with this kind of calculations. Suppose they ask you, find the probability that you get a red card bearing a number from 3 to 5. Again I repeat, bearing a number from 3 to 5, excluding, 3 to 5, both inclusive. See the wording, you have to understand this language, because see, calculation is, if it is given you a simple part, then you can select it easily. The problem is to understand the proper event. Now they are saying 3 to 5 numbers. So bearing a number 3 to 5 means 3, 4, 5. Both inclusive means what? 3 and 5 both are included. So find the probability that the card drawn is bearing a number from 3 to 5 both inclusive. So how many cards are drawn from each suit? 3, 4, 5, 3. There are 4 suits. So again, this event is also going to have 12 observations. So n of D is going to be 12. Therefore, probability of event D is 12 upon 52. That comes to be 4 3s are and 4 13s are 52. Again, we are getting the same thing. What can be written here? There is one more possibility we can say. Find the probability of getting a red king. See this. It is not only king they have used this one. So you have to go ahead with this. These are black cards and these are red. We want to discuss about king. There is only one king in each suit. One heart king and one diamond king. So n of E is definitely going to be only 2. As they have given red king. So what can be written further? It is probability of event is going to be 2 by 52, which can be further written as 1 by 26. Any doubt you have here? These questions are supposed to be solved properly. You have to practice. It is based on, see what are the types of questions which we can have. Number of coins tossed, 2 and 3. Number of a die is thrown, twice. Or die is thrown, only die is thrown once. Then you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If a die is thrown twice, simultaneously you can say, or twice the word, 2 dice are thrown, then you are going to have those 36 observations, the questions based on that. Then you may have a question that there are the question which we have taken on formation of a committee, but it cannot be more than 2 because in your syllabus there is some restriction on these events. So that kind of possible question may be there. Then you are having a major question on this, where there is the highest chance of committing a mistake. Even if you make a single calculation wrong about this calculation, that is red king or black queen, something like that, then you have to select the proper thing. Once your selection of this number is proper, then there is no chance that you will make a mistake here. I hope this is clear to you. One more question which during the discussion I missed out, that I will discuss now. I hope this part, entire part is clear to you. you take maximum conditions from your end and try to get the probabilities for practice. In the textbook, they have given some limited number of questions, but you can design a question of your own. Variety of calculations you are going to have. Is that clear to you? I hope this particular things are very much clear. You practice more on these sums on probability, specifically the last part which we have taken about the leap year and ordinary year, that is for MCQ. Then what is the range of probability? Probability of any event will always lie between 0 and 1. It cannot exceed 1 and it cannot come negative. So if you are getting anything greater than 1, that has to be taken as non-existing condition for probability. Suppose you are getting a probability of an event 0, it is possible. In that case, you have to say that it is an impossible event. In certain cases, you get probability 1, that way you are going to call that particular part as certain event. These are the basic things, you have to read out that. See, majority of the times in schools, in classes, what we do is we are just going ahead with exercise, basic formulae exercise. But what you require, if you want to get full marks in algebra and geometry, you are supposed to read the content as if you are reading a storybook. Because many questions are, they can ask you from the pockets. They are all hidden things, what we never come across or we never try to take pains to read out that. So I request all of you to what you do is, we read the chapter, how they have gone ahead. So many things you will understand which can be possibly, you may feel, yes, this can be the probable question for MCQs. So you should not miss out anything from the textbook, specifically in chapter arithmetic progression and probability. Is it clear to you? One part which we are, by mistake, I have not explained you, that is about 3 coins are tossed. 3 coins are tossed. So many students, they have a confusion regarding writing a sample space. As I told you, when 1 coin is tossed, you are having 2 observations. Now you are throwing 3 coins, so that will be the power of 2. So answer is 8. So definitely there are 8 observations which we have to manage. Now how to go about this? In the exam also, just beside, this is your rough work. Now this I have totally, what you can say, I missed out this part. But what I request you, that whenever you are doing any calculation, and suppose small multiplication you require to do it, which you do normally on the last page, don't do it. You just do it side by side. Draw a line. Suppose 152 multiplied by 167. If you want to do this, then write it here. Be specific. Don't do it the way you want on the last page. They're all mixed up things. So you do that calculation here and then answer you can write it here, put the box. Nobody will cut the mark for doing the rough work here. Just draw the line and do it. There is no need to write rough work here. Whatever you do it, that calculation, examiner will understand what you are doing. Now, 2 raised to 3 is 8. So how will you write that? So remember one thing, this is a sequence which will give you idea. H for 4 times, T for 4 times. Total, how many are over now? 8. How many times you have written 4 times H, 4 times T? Make it half, so it becomes 2. 2 times H, then 2 times T, then 2 times H, then again 2 times T. And after that you can write alternate, make it half, matlab 1. So we can write HT, HT, it is HT, HT. So you are going to write down the sample space which will reflect all these calculations. So the first answer is HHH, then HHT, then HTH, then HTT, then THH, THT, TTH and TTT. So we have to list it, which will give you the answer here, which we have already planned. So N of S is equal to 8. I think this much information regarding these topics is clear to you all. All the best for your exams. In algebra and geometry, definitely many students are very comfortable with algebra as such. And I am not denying that, because the questions what you expect in the exam, there is no variety. If you do this much part in the exam, I am sure that you are going to get full marks in the paper, provided you need some consistency. Every time or whatever the number of days left for the exam, you have to practice certain chapters every day, at least for 15-20 minutes. You just go through the sums which we have done, slightly some questions here and there, but majority of the pattern will be regarding this explanation only. Okay? Now in the next few sessions we are going to do some revision from geometry point of view. In algebra, whatever we have done is enough. Okay?